Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Thank you to our sponsors, Express Gym Supply. They provide quality new and used fitness equipment for your home or gym up to 70% off retail prices. For more information, go to expressgymsupply.com. And Haugen's Gallery Portrait Studio, photography that makes you look good. For all your portraits and for your personal branding photography, go to haugensgallery.com. Good morning, everybody. Man, I love live video. This is so great this morning. So I'm getting all ready to go with my wonderful guest, James Wright, this morning, who is outstanding. We're talking. Suddenly the power completely goes out in our neighborhood. And so I had to do backup plan. Great things that you have backup batteries and hotspots and things like that you can use. So we are still live and we are outside. It is a beautiful, gorgeous day here in Salem, Oregon. I hope it's beautiful where you are because it is wonderful weather here. It feels awesome. I think it's gonna be a little warm later on today, but I'm just blessed this morning. It's nice and cool. So anyway, so glad to have everybody here this morning. This is Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. And I am so glad you're here. You know, I love to connect with people, and this is such a great medium to connect. So today, as we are having this conversation, James is going to sing a little bit for us. Please comment. Please interact with the program today. Man, we would love to hear all that you have to say. Thank you so much for being here today. You know, just to let you know, I am an inspiration specialist. I'm a coach, marketing coach, and an keynote motivational speaker. So I love to speak and talk to people. People fire me up and I get so excited to be able to interact and bless them. I want to encourage you and inspire you today. And if there's any way I can do that, you can just go to russhedge.com. That's right, russhedge.com. And all of my contact information is there, all my social media, my email, my phone number, everything you need. There's information about Marketing with Russ. There's information about my other live shows like the Experience Live with Russ and Scott every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and Russ Reels, that is another live show that I have weekly. So anyway, if you want more information on me, go to russhedge.com, and I would love to connect with you. In fact, you can schedule time on my calendar and connect directly with me. It'll send you a Zoom link. It'll be fabulous. We can chat and I can get to know you. So anyway, that's enough about me this morning. So excited to have James on. I'm just going to bring him in right now and we're going to get going. Morning, James.
Good morning.
How you doing?
It's a little early to be singing to a worldwide audience, but
anytime is good for you because you are awesome. You know, I love so many events I go to, you're singing at. And you just bless me with your music, and I appreciate you so much. You know, what I appreciate most about you is really your positive attitude in the midst of some of the struggle and challenges you've had in your life. For those that have not seen the first episode we had or know about you, give us a little bit about James and all you've been through to where you are now.
Well, Last year was a tough year. Changed jobs, beat cancer, had a heart attack, and put out a new album all in 1 year.
Wow.
And actually was the music that kept me going along with my family, you know, my wife and my children. But my heart problem is a long-term heart problem. It's not going away. It's not over, but it's stable. So, you know, this isn't the big one coming today, you know. I don't think I'll drop off the screen right now, but
That's good.
but it was a tough year. And you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to move forward or are you going to move backwards? Right. Because you are either moving forward or you are moving backwards.
That's right.
You're not just sitting still, because if you're sitting still, you're moving backwards.
That's right. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And that's what I love about you, James, is that you are always moving forward. You're always taking the next step and blessing people, even when you're having struggles. And I know that, you know, currently, besides doing your music, you're working for Eads Broadcasting and doing work with them with KLK Show Radio, and appreciate them. Charlie and everybody there are so awesome, and they're blessed to have you there as well.
Well, I started my professional career many, many years ago in radio in Provo, Utah. And so I'm sort of 40 years later, I'm showing my age here, 40 years later, coming back around and finishing where I started, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, listen, I want to get to it today because thank you so much for being here. I wanted to give you an opportunity to sing. And so I'm going to have you do a song and then we'll talk a little bit and then pick up maybe another song. But go ahead and let us know what you're going to sing for us this morning.
Well, you know, there is no better song to sing than Louis Armstrong's Wonderful World. Like I said, I'm not big on singing first thing in the morning. You know, most musicians, they prowl at night versus, you know, they soar with the owls at night versus the eagles in the morning like you, Russ. Music has been a lifelong pursuit of mine, and that's what really kept me going last year. Tough year. Is finishing up this album. We got the whole thing done in 8 months, working with a great musician and great engineers. We were able to do Acoustic Cafe. The first set, which I might add, is available at James F. Wright, jamesfwright.com. Okay, so drop in there and check it out, or you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, and wherever digital music is streamed. So here we go. Well, I see trees are green and I see red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds over white and the bright blessed day. I like the night and I wish to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow are pretty in disguise, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands saying, how do you do? They really saying, I love you. I hear babies' cries and I watch them grow. They learn much more than you'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. That's the condensed version, Russ.
Well, that is awesome. For so early in the morning, you sound outstanding. And, you know, what I love about your voice, it's very soothing, and I love the music you sing. And you also write your own music too, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you're not only singing some just old amazing songs, but you're also singing your own amazing songs. Since that was the condensed version, do we have a little snippet of one of your songs you could play?
This is a song that I've recorded many times. It's called Roses. Don't throw that bouquet of roses away because of just one little thorn. That look on your face tells 1,000 tales, a hint of a lost and forlorn. Don't throw that bouquet of roses away, though feelings of love long since gone. We once had forever and each other's arms, but we stand divided and torn. What is it that I see? Stories hard to read. Is it you or is it me on your mind? See, that's that 8:30 in the morning dashing chord. A thing that you should know. I could never go, even though it seems so hard sometimes. Please don't throw that bouquet of roses away, though you feel the pain deep inside. It's so hard to tell you all about my heart. Feelings can't easily hide. You look sad, confused, and lonely. You look troubled, don't know where to turn. If I could hold you for a moment, you could feel the warmth in my arms, then you'll see that that bouquet of roses will bloom until the end of time. Please don't throw that bouquet of roses away.
That is beautiful. Man, I tell you, I could sit here and listen to you sing all day long. I mean, it's
I just,
interesting because
just needed a lighter there, Russ. Light a lighter for the
that's right.
concert.
I mean, you know me, and I'm from a very musical family, and blessed with, children and a beautiful wife and a family all around me that's hugely musical. And I just listen to that, and it's amazing to me. You have so much just life and joy in all that you do and you sing. The songs that you sing, whether they're old or whether they're yours, man, it's just wonderful. And that's really why I wanted to have you back on today, because I wanted to give a little bit more snippets of your music. I'm going to post again a little snippet that I did from last time we were on after we're done today, because there was a little bit of one of your music videos and a little snippet of your story. So I encourage anybody who's watching this, please share this with your friends. I know most people watch on replay. And so when you're watching this, put hashtag replay, share this with your friends, reach out, go to jamesfwright.com for his music, and because it's just amazing. So,
Stop in on Facebook too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I want another song.
Oh, you want another one?
Yeah.
We also did this one on Acoustic Cafe, the first set, which is the album we got out last year. We're 3/4 away through the second set, which will be done later this fall. We're 9 songs into that. Hope to do 14. But one of my favorite songs, and this is something you do every day, Russ, is shower the people with love. You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed to play in a fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Do as I say now. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. That's a James Taylor song, and one of my favorite songs of all time, and I thank James Taylor for writing that song because millions of people have been touched by it. And if you're gonna record someone else's song, first you got to get it licensed, but then you've got to do it different than the original, and with top-notch musicians. And so when people listen to it, they go, oh, I like that twist. Like Paul McCartney once said, I like your interpretations of my creations, when he was talking to other musicians about them recording his music. And that's how I like to interpret. We do some cover songs, and I like to interpret, like Van Morrison and James Taylor and others. Interpret their music in our different way, and it's a nice fresh twist.
Yeah, no, I mean, you put a wonderful fresh twist on the songs, and I love that song by James Taylor, by the way. And the little video that I have from last interview actually includes the music video from that song, little snippets of it. So that was great, and thank you for allowing me to be able to cut that up a little bit and put that together. Tell us how you got started in music. I mean, when you were young, how young were you when you got started playing music?
Well, my mother was, and still is, she's 90, almost 91 years old now, still plays the piano. She was a musician, very talented composer and vocal coach. And I grew up with this sort of smoky, raspy, drink Drano every morning kind of voice. And it didn't make for a good radio voice. And that's what I wanted to be, was this deep voice radio announcer. Well, that just wasn't it. But I started enjoying the music of Seals and Crofts and Loggins and Messina. And when I was younger, so when I actually did my first few performances, 1980, San Francisco, and in little restaurants and clubs in San Francisco, that's where I started doing solo. So that was literally 41 years ago. In fact, one of my gigs, sitting in a hotel on the corner of Lombard and Van Ness. It's a hotel right on the corner there. I don't know what it's called now, but at the time it was the Quality Inn. I'm playing in this busy lounge, singing 3 Times a Lady, little Fender amp and my microphone and my little Ibanez guitar, and in walks Andre the Giant.
Oh my goodness.
And Andre sat with his 2 handlers that were with him, sat there and listened to me. And I took a break and went over and talked to him. He was such a nice man. But that's kind of one of my brushes with greatness, was being able to be Andre the Giant. And
I thought you were going to tell me that Lionel Richie walked in while you were singing the song.
He probably, well, I've had other brushes with famous people, but this is the one that I like to tell. I did a show up in Afton, Wyoming, just about 3 weeks ago, and one of the original Osmond brothers was there at the show, at
Cool.
both shows, and we've actually become friends. He's
Good.
my, and we have a few things in common, and so we've actually talked on the phone a few times. He even sent one of my songs to Curb Records. Been
Wow.
trying for 30 years to get to Mike Curb, and it happens in 15 minutes with this guy.
You just got to
So-
know the right people, right?
Well, I'm not holding my breath, but it's still fun. I still plow forward anyway, even if I only have Russ Hedge selfie listeners tuning in.
There you go.
Still going to plow forward because I love it. It started with my mother. She instilled with me something that maybe I was born with. She taught me how to use it, and then in high school, I learned from my music teachers, and as I grew, I just never stopped wanting to make music, and it took me a long time to mature with it to the point to where I am comfortable in my own sound now. I was a rock and roll singer and toured and did all that kind of stuff, but really who I am today is who I was meant to be, and that is a storyteller. The sort of the James Taylor, Kenny Rogers, Gordon Lightfoot kind of approach, and I'm very comfortable in that realm, and just with a guitar and sitting on a stool in the acoustic cafe, that's where I get a lot of joy. In fact, just for those of you who are in the Lebanon area, Lebanon, Oregon, next Tuesday night is National Night Out at Academy Square, the one by the library.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be singing there at that event with Dela and all the gang. I'll be singing all my stuff from Acoustic Cafe. So,
Well, that is amazing. It's interesting. You were talking about your brushes with fame, and I just had one of those a few weeks ago, which was kind of weird. I was in Portland at a coffee shop with my family. I don't know if you ever watched the show Grimm that was on, but the actor from that, the lead actor from that, his name is David Gintoli. Gintoli. I don't know if I actually pronounced his last name right. He was Nick Burkhart, the main guy, and he's in a big NBC show now. But he walks up next to me and I started talking to him, and so of course we had to take a selfie when I figured out who he was. So.
yeah.
But anyway, that was kind of funny, just kind of random in the middle of Portland. But they did film the show Grimm in Portland. So yeah, he had been there quite a bit. So anyway, listen, so speaking of brushes with fame, I feel like I'm having a brush with fame with you. So we're going to sing one more song for those who tune in late. Let's just have another song. Go for it.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top, and that's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, will birds fly, and the dream that you dream of, oh why can't
That is beautiful. Yay. So that reminds me, that's a little bit like the version Is did out of
Brother,
Hawaii.
oh yeah, Brother Is was
Brother Is.
he was cutting a wave on that one because he interpreted those songs. When you're going to interpret a song, you got to put your own footprint, your own fingerprints on it, and that's what
Right.
Brother Is with. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
With Over the Rainbow, and then he threw Wonderful World into it and just played it with ukulele and then the little orchestra. And I actually recorded a full band version of that song on my album, The Turning Point.
Oh, wow.
And we put a whole orchestra behind it and replaced the ukulele with mandolin. It's actually a great piece, and it's actually one of Dela's favorite pieces.
Wow.
Mentioned Dela. So anyway, and that's available on Spotify and Apple Music. And
Right.
sounds like,
right.
who let the dogs out, Russ?
Yeah, that would be the neighbor dog. But one beautiful thing about being outside, being live, you get the dog too. Hey, I love that. I love that song. And my beautiful wife, when she traveled with a ministry group for years, she wrote a song, and it was, and then it had snippets of the original Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She was in a trio. Beautiful, beautiful song. A group called Step of Faith she traveled with for years. So I just love that song. And next to her version, yours is my favorite.
Well, that's good. You got your priorities straight there, Russ.
There you go. That's it. Got to do that. Well, James, listen, it's so awesome to have you here. I could let you sing and go on forever, but why don't you tell everybody how they get in contact with you? And everybody, please, when you watch this, please share this. Just get the word out, and you got to get James' music. It's awesome. So, James, go ahead.
Okay, so you can go to jamesfwright.com as my webpage, and if you email through that page, it'll get to me. Or you can go to jamesfwright@mac.com. Send me a direct email, jamesfwright@mac.com. And then I'm on Facebook, James F. Wright. Look for this mug on Facebook. Also LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. Actually, the last one we did, I heard from a couple of nice people over the pond. One lady in Ireland. Maybe if you're watching this morning, thank you, and look forward to hearing from you again. Reach out to me, or if you know Russ and you want to get my number from him, I'm not going to give it out over the air, so to speak. But if somebody needs to get a hold of me for a gig or something, then get a hold of Russ or email me, and I'll give you my number. We can talk.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I've got to make sure and get officially connected with you. I'm just waiting for James F. Wright, who's so famous, to connect back with me, accept my connection. But I would love to get the word out more about you. I have a great, great group of friends in Dublin, Ireland. Well, all over Ireland, really, and other areas of the world. Through this last year, I've been able to connect with people all over the world. I would love to promote you all over the place. So,
just for your Irish friends, my grandmother's maiden name is Gallagher. So I got plenty of the Irish running through my veins.
My wife has Irish background, so we're trying to trace that back. So when we go to Ireland, we fly into Dublin, we'll know maybe a family contact besides my friends. So, so looking forward to that. Well, James, I don't know why everybody all over the world doesn't listen to you all the time, because I could listen to you all day long. I used to throw your CD into my car when I had a CD player and play it.
Why produce a CD anymore? Because no cars have them.
I know.
That's what I am on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, and a whole bunch of other things. And if you stream my song, let's say you go and stream, say, Shower the People, I'll get paid 0.002 cents for that performance.
There you go.
Not going to go. It's at this point, it's really, you make your money doing live gigs. And you record for the love of it.
Yeah. Well, for the love of it, and it also gives you a certain amount of authenticity and staying power. I mean, you're a recording artist. You
Yeah.
are something that people can listen to outside of, what they're doing, and it really it grows. I mean, I tell you, I'm definitely going to look into ways that I can promote you more. I have a son that's in the industry, and he one of the bands he plays with is pretty large. They're signed with Integrity Records, big label, big Christian label, and so he travels with them, plays guitar for them, but and sings a little bit. But anyway, I've just found it amazing because they have a really good following. They have a lot of people that follow them and know their music, and they should know your music and know more about you. So I want to make sure and do all I can to help promote you.
Well,
So
Russ, I'd just like to say that comes to mind here is um, you got to be who you are.
yeah,
As a musician, you can't be who you're not because it won't be authentic. And for me, at this point in my life, as Popeye once said, I am what I am. I am a folk singer and a Christian, and I like to sing songs that inspire people and touch people's hearts. When you're driving home late at night and you pop me in, if you have a CD player in your car, you must be driving an old car, but pop that song and listen, and just gives you peace and gives you inspiration while you're driving home. That's the kind of song that I want to sing at this point in my life. Is something that's going to touch people and make them think. And that's what I wanted to add.
well, your music definitely does touch people. I mean, it does. It touches me. It's amazing. And so I am just so thankful for you. And you know what? I think the best way to, before we say goodbye to you, I'm already over time and I don't care. So I'm going to have you sing one more little snippet before we go because I don't get to listen to you sing that often. So give me one more snippet of one of your songs before we go.
Uh, okay, I wrote a song for a friend of mine years ago who was going through some challenges, and her name is Vicky, and this song was originally entitled Second Wind, and I renamed it for Acoustic Cafe the first set, and now it's called Learning to Dance. Learning to Dance, parentheses, Second Wind. You're doing everything right. You say it hasn't always been that way. Lately something deep inside has motivated you to make things right. So you moved out to Colorado, made a new start, not listening to your head, you're following your heart. Paid your dues with each romance, now you got the will to take that second chance. Second wind, it's your chance to take another moment. You're learning to dance. Second wind, it's your chance. In the Colorado sunrise, you're learning to dance. You're doing everything right, with each and every choice along the way. Now you have fallen in love, right place, right time, the right day. One could say it's coincidence, you know it's true. There's somebody up there looking out for you. Did you think you would see sunrise? That breeze just comes along, everything's right. Second wind is your chance. now the moment you're learning to dance. Second wind is your chance. In the Colorado sunrise, you're learning to dance. Learning to dance.
Yay! Woo! Lighters. No, that was awesome. That is so good. I love that song. And, today, if you want to hear more of this, those of you that are watching, make sure and go to jamesfwright.com. I've been scrolling that across the bottom, jamesfwright.com, scrolling across the bottom of the screen to get more of his music. And I just appreciate everybody sharing this out, letting people know the good word in James. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you for being here with me today and taking a little extra time.
Thank you very much, Russ, and thank you to all your friends.
You bet. Hey, God bless, and we'll talk soon. Hang tight. I'm going to send you to the green room. Wrap it up. Thank you so much, everybody. The sun, woo, my head is lighting up. Okay. Outside today, the thing I love about live is today I had a power outage, but right as I was prepping for the show, so I had to go to backup batteries and backup plans, and so I'll be able to do this from the beautiful outdoors of Salem, Oregon. And today James is located in Lebanon, Oregon, about 30 miles south of me. What a wonderful human being he is. With music is outstanding. So please go to jamesfwright.com and get his music today. You're going to love to listen to that. You can just find him on Spotify and all the different music outlets. And I just want to encourage you to do that today. And I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for all of you that tuned in today. Thank you for those of you that are going to tune in later, because this does sit on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube forever after we're done, so you can share this with your friends. Don't forget, every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I am here with Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. And if I could be a blessing to you, please, I would love to be in contact with you. Go to russhedge.com. Don't forget, I'm also the author of Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. You can pick that up on Amazon and all outlets. If you want a little encouragement in written form, that's where you get it. So, okay, everybody, listen, until we see you again, have a great day and a great life. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.